Tweaking components in a presentation model. Tweaking is known as adjusting the position of our assembled components with respect to the other parts in the assembly. So typically we can rotate and we can move objects in our assembly. To do this, we're going to go up to tweak components, and then we'll get a marking menu up here, and I select which part I want. I'm going to pick on this item here, and I get a triad, and notice it automatically goes to move. I can grab it and pull it by these triad directional markers, or I can key in a value, and I'm going to key in a value quite a bit, let's say 180, move it way up, and then I'm going to say OK. You notice it put down here the lock nut and it put an action of move. Now I'm going to go up and tweak a component again. I'm going to pick the same part and I'm going to say rotate. And I'm going to actually come in here and give this thing a spin. And I'm actually going to say, oh, I want 360, but I'm going to double it. I'm going to say I want 200 or 720 degrees. And I'm going to say OK. Notice now it put down here in my timeline, I got two different items down here. I hit the little plus icon over here to expand. You can see first I moved it, then I rotated it. If I want to do the same, both at the same time, I'm gonna slide this one over. All right. And I'll slide that one over, and I'll move my playhead back to here now. All right, right to there. I'm going to do the same with the next one. I'm going to go and tweak components, and I'm going to pick this one. I'm going to pick up here and say 180. And I'm also going to rotate it, and I'll go to rotate. I'll pick on this marker here, and I'll say I want 720, and I'll hit enter. Now I need to just do a little bit more here. I'm going to come in here and you notice I have to come down here and I want both those to happen at the same time. So I'm going to come down here and move this over. So both sets of lock nuts are now spinning and moving at the same time. And so now I'm going to come in here and pick on a tweak. I'm going to pick on this nut here, and I'm going to move it up, and I'll move it up, say 175. And again, I'll do the same thing, and I'll move it 175. And I could spin them if I wanted to. At this point, I'm just going to slide them over because we don't want it that long. So I'll move the playhead back, and now I'm going to tweak the position of, I'm just going to come up here and move this item here, and I'll say move, and I'll pick on this directional arrow, and I'll say it's 140. And see how that moves up, and I'll say okay. I don't want to spin that one. And now I can come in here and I can basically I could move this, or I could turn it, or do what I want. I could move these bolts, so maybe we'll do that. I'll come in here and tweak a bolt, and I'm just going to pull it downwards, and I'll say OK. So I did it dynamically. I'm going to tweak again. I'm going to pull this one down, and I'm going to pull it down dynamically, and then I'm going to say OK. And so now when I scroll down, you can see how I have the cap move, and now I have bolt 1 move and bolt 2 move. So I'm going to do them staggered for this one. And now I am essentially, I can go and say I want to go back to the storyboard beginning, and I want to go and hit play. When I hit play, these things are spinning. Those ones moved, that one moved, and these came down, and it plays through my storyline. So the only other thing that we didn't do is when I went and hit on the tweak is I could locate on a UCS, and over here in my trails I could actually pick on a part, and I can decide whether I want a trail. Those are the little dash lines that show where the item was moving. I could have that in trail segments or a full trail. And I also set the duration of each action. And I left it at default at 2.5 seconds. If you want to speed it up, you could go downwards typically, so it goes a little faster. And so those are kind of some of the things we didn't actually do, but now that we get the idea of these are our actions on our timeline, and we can play our animation. This is how we animate a assembly.